Hey, so I was given early access to the first 4 episodes of the 4th season of The Dragon Prince, and I am writing the script just after watching them. And just before watching these, I had also rewatched the last 4 episodes of Season 3 for a quick refresher. So how was it? Amazing. Worth the wait? Absolutely. And I'm not even halfway through the season. Before we proceed, there will be major spoilers in this video, as I'll literally discuss my thoughts on certain aspects and the plot. I'll try not to reveal too much, because if I'm honest, I'm not sure how much I can reveal, and on top of that, I'm not really a big spoiler giver. I like to let everyone have their own experience. I'll just kind of relay what I thought about the characters and the plot. Now, let's get started. Starting off with the major plot points, it has been revealed by the teaser/trailer that there was a 2-year gap. Viren has been brought back to life, humans and elves are living in a state of peace and are getting better at forgiving. But as you will see in the first few episodes, that peace is tenuous. Not everyone is happy about the new peace, even the higher-ups of the most powerful kingdoms. There are conflicts that are reminiscent of the old days before the War of the Stormspire, and obviously, not everyone has forgave or been forgiven. Tensions are still high amongst a few, but I was pleasantly surprised and very impressed with the way they handled and told it. The series as a whole feels a lot more crisp, as it should now that the rest of the saga has been greenlit to continue. But under that major plot lies another one, which is of course the title of the season, Erebos. I saw a lot more of him and learned much more about him than I thought I would in the first few episodes, and let me tell you, the way they are setting him up is absolutely incredible. One scene of his backstory has already been revealed, and in it, we learn that he has been behind most major conflicts, like a puppet master. His influence is always lurking in the background. If you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, his presence is comparable to that of Sauron, a dark presence that is in a weakened state, but nonetheless is always the undertone of any scene. Just like Lord of the Rings, if the ring gets to Sauron, it's over. And likewise, if Erebos is released, it's over. I am very thankful to report also that the main storyline does not deviate from the first 3 seasons. When I first heard about the 2-year gap between seasons, I was honestly worried that they were going to go in a complete different direction for the story, forgetting old conflicts and plot lines, but they don't. In fact, the 2-year gap helps a lot to complement the original conflicts. It's super interesting to see how the world of Xadia has changed in the past 2 years. Now that we got the major plot out of the way, let's move on to the characters, starting with Callum. Callum has grown so much in the last 2 years. It's really quite shocking to see. He knows so many spells, including one that literally makes an umbrella. But to me, the biggest thing is his confidence. He's still the stuttery, nervous character we know and love, but we also see he doesn't take any BS from anybody, not even Soren, who used to target him. However, he's obsessed with his magic, and that obsession causes one of the most interesting scenes so far, which I sadly can't show you, but would love to. We'll get back to Callum in a moment, but the next character I wanted to talk about for a while is Viren. Viren, as predicted by many of you, but may also come as a complete surprise to many more, has had a complete shift in his view of the world. A full 180, if you will. We know he will only be alive for 30 days, and his reaction to that is quite shocking. Not his normal self. Unfortunately, he is still in the presence of those who shared his ideals before he died, and an interesting dynamic occurred between father and daughter. Speaking of daughter, let's talk about her. Claudia has taken Viren's role. Before it was Viren leading his children, now it's his child leading him. For the past 2 years under Erebos' guidance, she has brought Viren back from the dead, but like I said, only for 30 days. Not a month, 30 days. Claudia is now willing to do anything to remove that 30-day limit, even if it means unleashing the most dangerous evil back into the world. She has done things, in her own words, that she thought she would never be able to. Whatever her redemption will be, if there will be one, will have to be comparable to that of Zuko's, if not better, after all the things she's done. Let me know in the comments if you think Claudia is redeemable, because I certainly don't think she is. Now, let's talk about someone I wasn't expecting to return so soon. A certain Moonshadow elf, Rayla. We saw her return in the trailer, but it was like way sooner than I expected. A quick recap on what she's returning from may be useful here for context. This can all be found in the graphic novel Through the Moon, by the way. After the Battle of the Stormspire, Rayla learns that Viren is still alive after seeing his demented body through the Moon Nexus. On Callum's birthday, she leaves in search of him. Her leaving left Callum heartbroken, so when we see her return, Callum's reaction to seeing her is very natural. I love how they're handling the whole Raylan thing so far. She has grown too, of course, but personality-wise she's barely changed a bit. Maybe a little more calm than her younger unstable self. It's very nice to see. In my opinion, it's not all sunshine and rainbows with this season. One character who I don't like very much is Terry the Earthblood Elf. For the first couple episodes, he seems to just be some sort of comic relief, which I liked. But then they use his character to do something shocking and not comedic at all, which I can't tell you yet. But to me, so far, it feels kind of out of place. We don't even know how this elf got here in the first place. Why does he like Claudia? He's an Earthblood elf, and he's dating somebody who destroys the Earth. How did this happen? Perhaps I don't have all the info yet, but for a character like him, I feel like the info should have been divulged much earlier. He's just kinda here for no reason. So far, the only other thing I haven't liked about this season is that the full version doesn't release sooner. I need it now! The animation is infinitely better than the previous season, especially compared to the first season, which was hard to watch visually. The characters so far feel very real. The plot drew me in and has left me wanting more. Hopefully it wasn't a mistake to see the episodes too early.